If you are in the crypto market and you hold XRP, it is time to buckle the up as we back up the truck all the way to the bank, because what I have to share with you in this video is actually mind-blowing.
Now, in terms of liquidity and those things, I mean, look, I've always viewed an IPO as a step in the journey, not the end of a journey. What we have done instead of, and this is actually new news that we haven't shared publicly, we have done a series of tender offers where we've been buying shares back from investors and employees. And we're in the middle of another tender offer. And after we finish this, we will have repurchased $1.4 billion of stock from our shareholders.
Wow. That's a huge amount.
So as Ripple is doing these buybacks, a company does not do this unless they know something massive is coming. So in today's video, I'm going to discuss exactly what that is that's coming, as the market is experiencing a little bit of a pullback today, but ultimately over the past week, Bitcoin is up 9%, Ethereum up 8%, Solana up 13%, XRP still up 25%, and the rest of the altcoins attempt to make a recovery as we patiently wait and watch the Bitcoin price chart for Bitcoin to make a new all-time high. Over the next few minutes, we're going to talk about exactly what is taking place on the XRP to the US dollar price chart, XRP in comparison to silver, and some similarities we spot on the chart for the next potential move for XRP. A global payment issue that just hit the Bank of England that is starting right now in London, that is just the first domino that is going to spread to the rest of this world. Leaked documents from the IMF and the World Bank talking about XLM, XRP for cross-border payments. What I'm doing to earn an extra 1,000 XRP per day by the end of this video that you're gonna absolutely love, and how you can be able to capitalize the rest of this bull run in the altcoin market to be able to make the most amount of money possible. So if you guys are feeling bullish, comment 777. If you're feeling blessed, comment 777. If you're gonna become the first millionaire in your family tree, you know what to do. Confirm it by tapping the subscribe button. Let's run it. Hey bull runners, welcome back to the channel. So before we dive into this video, I want you to note that all of the opinions expressed in this video are purely for informational, educational purposes only, and they do not constitute financial, legal, or investment advice. All investments in the crypto market carries massive risks and potential losses, so you should always do your own research, consult with a licensed financial advisor. We're not licensed financial advisors, and relying on our content for decisions is purely at your own risk. And by watching, you agree that we're not responsible for any losses or damages, and we don't guarantee any specific results or outcomes. And as you know, some of the links in the description below this video, they may be affiliate links and we may earn a commission, which also helps support value-based videos like this. So we appreciate you guys for supporting the channel. And we also hold positions in some of the cryptocurrencies discussed in our videos because we only talk about what we believe in. However, this should not be interpreted as a recommendation for you to do the same. So with that being said, let's get right into the video. Ripple just bought back 6% of this guy's shares that he owns. And this is the third time that they've done this. He purchased them at about $18 a share, and now they're buying them back from him for $61 per share. Now, as I said in the beginning of this video, a company usually doesn't do this unless they know something massive is on the horizon. So what is a share buyback? A share buyback is when a company uses its money to buy shares of its own stock. This effectively removes those shares from the market, reducing the total number of outstanding shares in the company. And since there are fewer shares on the market, it should theoretically make the remaining shares more valuable. Now, what was the total value of the shares that a company like Apple bought back? Well, the company said its board approved the repurchase of 110 billion in Apple stock, according to Bloomberg. That makes this share buyback the largest in US company history. So, for example, plenty of tech giants have completed buybacks before. Google, owner of Alphabet, has bought back $70 billion worth of its shares each year for the past 3 years. Meta completed a $50 billion buyback in 2024 alone and a $40 billion buyback in 2023. And Microsoft's most recent buyback was in 2021, worth $60 billion. So Ripple buying back $1.4 billion is just the tip of the iceberg as this company gets started. And I would expect over the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years for those buybacks to be much larger. Now, if we go to tipranks.com and we look at Apple's total buybacks to get an understanding of how this will affect a company's stock price, let's look at December 31st of 2016 when they bought back roughly $11.49 billion. You can see Apple's stock was roughly $28 per share, and just 136 days later after this buyback, Apple rallied over 36% by May of 2017. Another major buyback that they did was for $24 billion by March 31st of 2018, when Apple stock was roughly $41 per share, and just 184 days later, Apple rallied 42% before the crash of 2018 that took place. And just recently with the announcement of over $100 billion buyback, Apple stock is rallying rallied over 44% in 87 days, going upwards of $200 per share. So with Ripple's CEO Brad Garlinghouse unveiling a share buyback plan, does this mean that an IPO is coming soon? Well, continue watching this video to find out more. We're going to dissect this in detail. But first, for those of you guys that want to learn how to earn crypto rewards this entire bull run to be able to stack your XRP portfolio, I'm going to leave a link below this video to a project that I talked about yesterday that was sitting at about $53 per token. Right now it's sitting at about $60 per token. So you guys do not want to miss out on this, because this is the #1 play to earn game on the XRP ledger that we're going to be focusing on this bull run to earn crypto rewards. And it takes less than 10 minutes to learn about it. After this video, you just go to the link below, click the button on the page, put in your best email address, and on the other side, you're gonna see a video. So in less than 10 minutes, you can learn how to earn crypto rewards and see exactly what I'm doing to earn 1,000 XRP per day. So check that out, and I know you guys are gonna love it because this altcoin right now is sitting at a very low market cap of only $1.3 million. So as the XRP ledger grows, as XRP gains more adoption, Ripple gains more adoption, I believe this project has massive potential. And you'll learn more about that project towards the end of this video, so watch all the way through. Ripple's IPO plans, Brad Garlinghouse clarified that the firm does not have imminent plans to go public right now because of the current regulatory environment. And while he pointed out in recent interviews that there is clarity over XRP's status as a non-security on the secondary market after the federal judge's ruling, on the other side, he expressed massive frustration over the lack of clarity about crypto in general in the United States. And furthermore, he expects a resolution of the lawsuit with the SEC very, very soon, but he can't predict exactly when the judge will give a final ruling. So we don't have a date yet. And lots of people are wondering, why is XRP selling off from 60 plus cents now back within the 50-cent range? Well, it's because of what I talked about yesterday with people speculating with this SEC closed door meeting. Now, the SEC canceled the closed door meeting scheduled for today. And while the meeting was not particularly or specifically focused on Ripple, they have these regularly scheduled meetings. It led to a lot of speculation of XRP being bought up. So the back-to-back closed door meeting and Ripple transferring over 150 million worth of XRP raised massive speculation of a settlement in the XRP community. And so while no reason was cited behind the cancellation of the secret meeting, market participants believe it's likely due to the spot Ethereum ETF approval process. Now, a reason why a lot of investors in the space believe this is because of what Brad recently said in an interview and what he's been saying over the past few years about Ripple exploring an IPO after the SEC lawsuit ends. Listen to this.
I saw an interesting move you guys did. You bought back your round C shares at a higher valuation than what they were at the moment. What was the rationale behind that?
So we did a Series C financing, I'm going to try to get my dates right here, in 2019, in Q4 of 2019, and we raised $200 million from a series of investors. When we negotiated that, we had pre-negotiated the ability to repurchase that up to a certain period of time for 1.5x the issuance. So we repurchased all of the Series C back from our investors because we thought it was a good investment. We thought that was accretive to all of our other shareholders. As you mentioned or you asked, we have been profitable and cash flow positive, so we're able to use that. So we've repurchased north of $500 million of Ripple shares over the past couple of years, including that financing.
And you mentioned you're cash flow positive, but also, are you looking for further outside funding at this point, whether it be for an extra cash injection or at least just a strategic sort of investment as well?
We aren't actively looking. We haven't needed to do that. We have a very strong balance sheet, and even as we look at the future, we feel good about that. I do think there will be opportunities, and I think there'll be an uptick in M&A in the blockchain and crypto space. We haven't seen that yet. But I think that's likely in the future. And I certainly think as that unfolds, we would consider things like that.
In terms of buying companies or being bought out?
We're now at a stage of growth where I think we're more likely to be the buyer versus the buyee or seller.
Yeah, but you haven't found any acquisition targets at this point, or is there an area of a business you're thinking, this company would be a great fit?
I would say there's a lot of growth in crypto, and we are looking at a lot of different segments of crypto for growth. Some of that, obviously, we will build internally. The carbon credit initiative is something we've kicked off internally, but we've invested in over 30 or 40 companies around the crypto ecosystem, and we'll continue to look at opportunities to grow through external acquisitions also.
And of course, the market's not great right now, but is an IPO on the cards at some point?
Well, I think we want to get certainty and clarity in the United States with the US SEC. I'm hopeful that the SEC will not slow that process down any more than they already have. But we certainly at a point in scale where that is a possibility, and we'll look at that once we're past this lawsuit with the SEC.
So there's three major things here that a lot of people are waiting on. Number one is the amount that Ripple has to pay in a settlement agreement with the SEC to really get the clarity that they need to get the green light from the banks. Number two is a potential IPO after that settlement agreement happens and there's clarity in the United States. And number three is an XRP ETF that is simply inevitable.
Well, let's get to Ether first. Word on the street is that spot Ether ETF is going to come alive. It's alive next month, as early as next month, maybe July. Who knows? What do you think?
I think that's right. And I think it is a big deal just in terms of further opening the markets to more people who want to access it. Obviously, the Bitcoin ETF went live in January. And you saw 10 billion. I mean, it took, I think, 2 months to reach the same level it took gold's ETF to reach over like a year. So the interest in this space remains very, very high. And I think the ETH ETF will do extremely well.
What do you think is behind the SEC becoming, let's just call it more pragmatic about cryptocurrency ETFs and the approval process?
Well, I think the first thing is they've lost a lot in court. And so, they really got dragged kicking and screaming across the line to get the Bitcoin ETF live. And I think they realized that if they were going to drag their feet and fight around the ETH ETF, that likely the same outcome was going to happen. And I mean, it's frustrating that we have to go through the courts to get those positive outcomes. The United States should be investing in these technologies. We should be embracing these from a job creation, from a technical innovation. And unfortunately, this SEC has been fighting it every step of the way.
I've known you for, 7 years now, and back then, y'all didn't have that loud a voice.
For sure.
It feels like you do now. So what about an XRP ETF? You were speaking at the Consensus 2024 conference just a week ago, and you said inevitable, not just for XRP, but Solana and Cardano, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
But XRP in particular, the SEC has tried to throw you down in court.
Yeah.
Don't you think that Gensler and company might just say, no, that one, no way?
I think it's a hard argument with them to win. I mean, can they make life difficult? They've made life difficult for a lot of people, then they've lost in court. From what I was talking about at the Consensus conference last week in Austin was that people don't want just exposure to one commodity. So if you have exposure to gold, you might want exposure to silver. If you have exposure to other commodities. And so to me, it only makes sense. You don't want to have just a single threaded asset exposure. So I think people also forget that it wasn't that long ago, before the SEC got involved, that XRP was the second most valuable digital asset. And that was before the SEC kind of anointed ETH. Then they couldn't answer the question, is ETH a security or not? And now they've approved the ETF. They contradict each other. It's very contradict themselves. It's very difficult to follow.
Let's not assume that all our investor audience understand what XRP is. XRP is the token or the coin that Ripple, which is a money transaction site, right, that is charged, right?
Yeah.
You get paid in XRP, but it's become something that people can also buy whether they use the Ripple blockchain, right?
Correct. So XRP is a digital asset, not that dissimilar than Bitcoin or ETH. There's different characteristics of each asset. Bitcoin has really become digital gold and it has thrived because of that. ETH, there's a lot of excitement around the smart contracts capabilities. XRP is extremely fast on a per transaction basis and extremely inexpensive. People talk about gas fees and transaction costs of some other tokens. Ripple uses XRP as part of our technical stack to do cross-border payment flows.
And you charge whoever is moving the money,
Correct.
What, 0.00001 of XRP, which stands around 51 cents or something right now. But here's my question. Right now, the main competitor in that space is SWIFT. That, of course, is the Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Transactions. That's the global one that a lot of people use. They charge much more, do they not?
Yeah, they really are the dominant. I mean, SWIFT has been around for, 50, 60 years. And the frustrating part for all of us as users of SWIFT is that it really hasn't changed in 50 or 60 years. The architecture of how it works, it means it's slow, it's expensive, and frankly, it's quite error prone. Some studies have shown that about 6% of all SWIFT attempts to wire a SWIFT transaction end up in errors that bounce back, and then it takes days to get it back.
What about you guys?
Well, an XRP transaction and a payment flow for us is really real time. It's instant, it's cross-border, and the really powerful thing for a lot of our customers is they don't have to pre-fund accounts, because our customers are financial institutions. And the way the SWIFT works is you're pre-funding, you have dormant capital sitting in other banks around the world. Using XRP, using RippleNet, our payments network, you don't have to pre-fund.
XRP ETF, when?
I think we're going to see it, I think it'll probably be 2025.
Next year?
Yeah,
all right.
Not too far away.
Now, a lot of you guys have seen this clip circulating around of CEO of BlackRock, Larry Fink, talking about an XRP ETF when asked.
Advent of Bitcoin ETFs is an example that we're legitimizing it. We're creating more safety.
Well, let me ask you this. Will you do another ETF? How about an XRP ETF? I know you got Ether out there. How about XRP? Can you answer that?
I can't. And you don't want me to.
I do.
Well, I can't.
All right, they're giving me the rap.
And we're going to see a lot of this information start to become public once these NDAs either expire or they're legally allowed to share what they've been working on. There's legal clarity about XRP for future financial products like ETFs. But the rest of this year going into 2025 is going to be absolutely insane. So right now, Larry Fink legally can't speak on that because they're still going through the lawsuit. I would assume he's on NDAs. I'm not going to confirm or deny that, but you have to pay attention here because 1 million users per month will be coming into the blockchain space just from the amount of developers alone, not even including the users on the platforms that the developers are creating by 2030. So when I say it's time to buckle up, I'm serious. You guys got to prepare now for this because over the next 1 to 2 years is where the majority of wealth is going to be made from those that are accumulating.
To understand how big and how fast growing the market is for blockchain technology. But their recent report as of December 2022, and I actually know what the updated number is, but there's 23,343 monthly active blockchain developers based on a growth model from 2017 to 2022. But this next part is really the most important fact. This number is projected to reach 1 million active monthly blockchain developers in 7 years. So if you think that you're coming into this late, you're not. We're going to have essentially a 77-time growth rate over the next 7 years. And here you are at the beginning, literally at the beginning.
Now, when we look at the XRP, the US dollar price chart in comparison to silver to see some similarities here, if we were to measure back all the way back in 2011, silver saw a bear market pretty much for 3,258 days, bottomed out in COVID, and recently started to make a recovery. So we can see this descending resistance from August of 2020, this ascending support right here for a symmetrical triangle, and silver just recently broke out on the 1st of April of 2024. Now, I was accumulating silver down in this range as my diversification strategy. I've mentioned that in previous videos. I bought some gold, I bought some silver, and right now I am more bullish on XRP than anything. And the reason why is because the chart is looking very, very similar. If you look at the bottom of the screen, you guys will see the XRP is in a similar consolidation pattern where we see this descending resistance right here that started from the top of the bear market in April of 2021 when the bull run was over. Multiple points of contact right here on the descending resistance, very similar to silver. You see this descending resistance, multiple points of contact right here at the top of the screen that you're looking at right now. We also see this ascending support from XRP all the way from March of 2020 to where we are right now. And we're pretty much at the apex of the symmetrical triangle. And there's one of two things that could happen. Either we break to the upside or we break to the downside. Now, this is going to be dependent on what happens next with Bitcoin. So watch closely and pay attention over the next few minutes because I'm going to break down Bitcoin's chart on the weekly compared to the US dollar and then compare that to XRP. So this is going to absolutely blow your guys' mind. But look at what happened with silver recently. It broke to the upside because of the recent geopolitical tensions, what's happening with the BRICS nations, China buying more gold than ever before, all the BRICS nations backing up the truck in their central banks for gold that I've showed you guys in previous videos. So when gold goes up, silver tends to generally follow gold. Now, silver is more used in daily construction, in our phones and wires and your computers and what you're driving in, the batteries of your cars. So silver is a precious metal that I'm extremely bullish on. And as silver consolidates at the previous range resistance as support, if I just clear those drawings for you guys and I were to draw this as support right now, we're currently consolidating at it. So if silver can continue to push to the upside and we don't see gold correct or silver correct, the next move for silver is essentially the all-time high all the way back here from 2011 at about $50, guys. Now, that's not that insane of a move because we see bigger gains in crypto, but that's still a 67% gain on silver. But where more money is going to be made, in my opinion, which I could be wrong, wrong about, but is XRP, because XRP has yet to break this descending resistance right here. So when XRP breaks this descending resistance, if it breaks to the upside, the next move for XRP, very similar to silver, is at the previous range high, which is anywhere between $1.20 to $2. If XRP breaks to the upside of this descending resistance before cools off for another consolidation period. Also, if we look at the RSI and the monthly for silver and XRP, we saw a range bound consolidation period right here, roughly around 50, then a breakout. Now the RSI for silver is sitting at 63. So if we look at the bottom of the screen, we can see this consolidation period happening right now for XRP sitting at 51. So if we see a break to the upside of this descending resistance for XRP to retest $1.20 to $2, then the RSI would most likely break to the upside as well too. Now, what would cause a rally for XRP? Well, that would be Bitcoin breaking the all-time high and then a rotation into altcoins as Bitcoin's dominance drops on the next corrective period past the all-time high. So let's look at Bitcoin to the US dollar price chart on the weekly, and let's bring up the stochastic RSI to see if we can see some patterns here to understand what's most likely to happen next for Bitcoin. And so on the stochastic RSI, anything below 20 right here, what we want to look for is a bullish cross, meaning the K line in blue crossing above the D line in orange and simultaneously confirming a bullish cross above roughly 20. And so right now the K line is at 22, but the D line is at 10. So this has not been confirmed yet as a bullish cross, because this could potentially be a fake out as Bitcoin trades back down to the downside. So we're not out of the woods just yet. We need to see the K line in orange past 20 alongside the D line, which is still at 10 right now. But if we were to circle on the chart, which I've done the past few times during the bear market and this bull run, what happened when we saw a bullish cross that was confirmed passing 20 on the stochastic RSI, shortly after that, you can see recovery in the price action on the Bitcoin to the US dollar on each of these points. So right here was during the dead cat bounce for the B wave on this Elliott wave, A, B, C corrective period. Bitcoin rallied up over 130%. The next time was from the 24th of January, 2022, where Bitcoin rallied another 46%. Then we saw this happen again roughly around June and confirm by the 18th of July, and ultimately Bitcoin rallied up another 40%. And then this final capitulation event to the bottom of the market, simultaneously enough, we saw another bullish cross. Bitcoin rallied up 100%. And then we saw this happen time and time again, where the K line crossed above the D line below 20 on the stochastic RSI right here from June of 2023. Bitcoin rallied up another 25%, saw one final back test of that support. Simultaneously enough, we saw another bullish cross on the stochastic RSI. We confirmed that by the 2nd of October of 2023, and then Bitcoin catapulted up 95%, then ultimately up 190+% post ETF approval. Now, right now, we're currently bobbling around below 20. So, hey, if this is a fake out and we see the stochastic RSI turn back around again, either way, this is actually bullish news, because we're below 20 right now for the D line. We're currently right above 20. We're at 22 for the K line. But if we see a confirmation and we see the stochastic RSI trade drastically the upside with the K line in blue above the D line in orange, then in my opinion, we could see Bitcoin make a new all-time high and go back into price discovery. Now, that obviously would bleed into alts, and that would be the catalyst that is needed to push XRP to the next level between $1.20 to $2. Now, am I saying that that's guaranteed to happen? Absolutely not. Anything can happen. Bitcoin could see a flash crash because the markets love to shock people and shake people out. The elite love to play their games, manipulating the markets and the order books, and these exchanges love to liquidate long traders or short traders in order to maximize their portfolio. So you just have to be ready for anything. But one thing we love to look at is the facts. We love to look at the data, and that'll allow you to do your own research and come to your own conclusion. So let's look at XRP to the US dollar price chart on the monthly, bring up the stochastic RSI, and see if we can see any patterns here. If we were to look right here, when we saw this bearish cross, then another bearish cross during the bear market, and then a break below 20 on the stochastic RSI, well, we were relatively below 20 for an extended period of time until we confirmed a bullish cross above 20 after the 1st of June of 2020. That was roughly 792 days in a downtrend. Sure enough, at the bottom of the screen, you guys can see this bullish cross and a confirmation when the K line in blue crossed above the D line in orange above 20 and stayed above 20 right after the 1st of June. It was roughly 1st of June to the 1st of July. You can see XRP went from 16 cents, then all the way up to 80 cents. Then the lawsuit news hit. Sure enough, around the lawsuit news, we saw a bearish cross close to 80. And so these move opposite of each other, right? When we see a bullish cross below 20 and a confirmation of it passing 20, then that's bullish news. That's when investors buy into the market. On the other side of the scale, when we see a bearish cross, above 80 or near 80, that is bearish news that the markets are going to see a reversal. And right here, you guys can also see, there was a bearish cross with the K line in blue crossing below the D line in orange right here on the 1st of May. Simultaneously, XRP's price went from like $2 right here, and then it crashed down, and we saw the stochastic RSI trend below 20. Now we saw a bullish cross right here. It didn't confirm until the 1st of February right here of 2023, right before the lawsuit news came out publicly stating that XRP is not a security on the secondary market, and XRP went from 36 cents upwards of 95 cents. And then sure enough, look right here, guys, we saw a bearish cross all the way up here at 79 on the stochastic RSI, a little fake out right here, followed by another bearish cross right here on the 1st of January. And then the stochastic RSI just plummeting to the downside below 20. So right now we're seeing an attempt. It's not confirmed yet. The K line in blue is attempting to cross above the D line in orange. Right now, the K line is at 19.9. The D line is at 17.57. So what we want to see in order for this to be confirmed on the monthly by the 1st of August of 2024 is to see the K line in blue above the D line in orange and simultaneously above 20 on the stochastic RSI. In order for XRP to see a healthy breakout on the monthly above this descending resistance. So we're at a very important pivotal moment at the apex of this macro 6-year symmetrical triangle for XRP. So the next 1 month to 2 months are going to be critical if you hold XRP, and simultaneously a global payments issue has just hit the Bank of England. Regulation is coming out over in Europe for their MiCA standards, and all of the stuff that's happening with Tether and Ripple launching their stablecoin at the same time is the perfect storm of opportunity.
Well, some breaking news in the last few minutes. The Bank of England has reported a problem with its CHAPS payments system. Our business presenter Ian King joins me now. Ian, just remind viewers what CHAPS is, why it's important, and how catastrophic this could be for quite a lot of people today.
Hi, Jane. Yes, the CHAPS system. CHAPS stands for Clearinghouse Automated Payment System. It's used by 28 banks, and it's really a process by which large sums of money are transferred, often from one bank to another. But it's also used, for example, in housing transactions as well, when solicitors transfer money on behalf of clients who are buying and selling properties. The Bank of England statement, which has just come out, it says a global payments issue is affecting the bank's CHAPS service and delaying some high-value and time-sensitive payments, including some house purchases. We are mindful of the impact that this is likely to have, and we're working closely with a third-party supplier, industry and other authorities to resolve the issue as promptly as possible. So the fact that the bank says this is a global issue does raise one or two eyebrows. Now, it's not uncommon for CHAPS to experience problems. They usually crop up, though, when one bank or another is experiencing a particularly heavy workload, and that's where delays can crop up. A lot of foreign exchange transfers are also put through the CHAPS system as well. But as I say, these tend to be quite large transactions. A lot of them tend to be from one bank to another, but they do also include large payments of money from banks to corporate clients and back again as well. So potentially there is scope for quite a lot of inconvenience. I mean, this service puts through on a typical day tens of millions of transactions, which can total billions of pounds per day. So it is a big part of the infrastructure, the financial plumbing, if you like, of the financial services industry.
Now, we've all seen this document about XRP and XLM, where the IMF and World Bank refer to XRP and XLM as stablecoins. And as you guys know, USDC and USDT are examples of stablecoins, which are coins that are backed to a fiat currency or government bonds or treasuries. So obviously XRP and XLM, they don't follow this because they're not pegged to a dollar and they fluctuate drastically. And there's not a single currency that they use as a potential example for XRP and XLM to be pegged to currently. Instead, they actually discuss the utilities of both XRP and XLM and their ability to be a bridge currency, to bridge cross-border liquidity, which ties in quite nicely given that you likely want a rather stable bridge asset. So this is quite important as it shows the IMF and World Bank acknowledge the currency agnostic capabilities of XRP and XLM, bridging cross-currency payments. Though in theory, stabilizing the prices of XRP and XLM upon large adoption does make sense given their purpose of payments. So the big question is, what will their prices stabilize to if they consider them a stablecoin. So this then leads us to another theory where Ripple CTO David Schwartz has once said something quite interesting. He said it can't be dirt cheap. That doesn't make any sense. If XRP costs $1, they need 1 million XRP, which would cost $1 million. If XRP cost $1 million, they need 1 XRP, which again would cost 1 million. Except that higher prices make payments cheaper. Right now, you can buy $1 million house with Bitcoins. When Bitcoin were $300, it would move the market too much and be too expensive to be practical, so higher prices makes payments cheaper. So in short, David says that XRP just can't be cheap since the use case of it wouldn't scale to its purpose. So this is quite interesting, but in theory, it makes sense because XRP wants to be a liquidity and bridging solution for all the banks, but there's a limited amount of XRP. So on the other hand, XLM aims to be unlocking value transfers for the people, but once again, there's a limited amount of XLM because the total amount of XRP is about 100 billion. The total amount of XLM is about half that at 50 billion. For the purposes of this example, let's imagine XRP and XLM are both at 5 cents, which is essentially a dirt cheap price. Now, let's say this central bank wants to send $5 billion to another bank using XRP. That equates to about 100 billion XRP. In other words, at 5 cents, a single transfer of $5 billion would use up more than all of the XRP available. The same example can be applied with XLM, though with many citizens sending money instead of banks. So now let's try this again, but this time with XRP and XLM both at $30. This time, multiple central banks are sending large transactions at once, totaling up to $60 billion. The amount of liquidity locked in this scenario is 12x as much as the example that we just used. Yet at this time, the total XRP used would only be 2 billion. So that's about 2% of the current total supply. Now, this is something that is much more feasible to handle the load of global payments across the network because it wouldn't fluctuate the price that much. So in a sense, XRP and XLM scaling isn't so much to do with the network speed. They've already proven that. I mean, if you send an XRP transaction to a wallet, you get it in less than 3 seconds, arguably sometimes in like a fraction of a second, but rather it's based on how divisible and scalable XRP and XLM will be given that their use case being so closely tied to fiat currencies in the modern day payments, and how much it would fluctuate the price based on a bank wanting to send $10 billion because the market cap of XRP is still below $40 billion. So for these reasons, paired with the fact that we simply want stability in payments and banks don't want to lose 6% or 10% if the price were to fluctuate that much, sending $10 billion and even more, because that's like 30% of the market cap, it would technically make sense to have XRP and XLM prices pegged to something much larger in price. And that's where the theories have come into play of XRP being $1,000 or $10,000 being pegged to the price of gold or something else of that nature. It's been proven why any fiat currency would be unviable solution for this. And so could that be why we see the price of gold going up, why the price of silver going up? Because central banks over in China, Brazil, Russia, India, South Africa, Saudi Arabia understand this. If XRP was pegged to the US dollar, a transfer of $10 billion would take up 10% of the total XRP supply, let alone 30% of the whole market cap. So in other words, with current prices of XRP at, let's say 58 cents or XLM at like 10 cents, this would not work on a mass scale just yet. Paired with the fact that we have to consider XRP and XLM are also held by millions of users around the world, so we can't assume the total supply is the actual accessible supply at any given time. So the real question we're figuring out is, what will XRP and XLM be back to? Will it be gold and silver, market indices, or something else? But stability doesn't always have to come through pegging an asset to a pre-existing value. It could also refer to the fact that XRP and XLM being used in cross-border payments would mean constant buy and sell pressure of the tokens at nearly even rates. In an idealistic scenario, the use and mechanism of XRP and XLM would stabilize itself thanks to the large liquidity and constant use. But even if that were the case, the point still stands that the current price of XRP and XLM simply aren't fit for the long-term vision of what the IMF and the World Bank are discussing just yet. But at the end of the day, this is just some fun, this is just some speculation, some research, some thoughts and ideas. So it's certainly going to be interesting to see how this plays out in the long run, given the logic behind it. Now, I thought this was a great post by Tokenizer on Twitter because we're essentially out of time and XRP is either going to make or break it this bull run. And if you believe in the future of this project, you better have your bags packed. So a lot of people have asked me, what is my #1 way to earn massive crypto rewards this entire bull run before we get into the euphoria stage of the market cycle. Well, if you go to xrpl.to, you guys will see a lot of different altcoin projects listed on the XRP ledger, and virtually nobody knows about this, nor is anyone really paying attention to it right now because the price of XRP has been suppressed during the entire Ripple versus SEC lawsuit. But over the next few years, as Ripple and XRP gets more traction, a lot of the projects on the XRP ledger are going to gain a lot of attention. And one of my buddies showed me a project on the XRP ledger that is the first play to earn game on XRP where you're able to earn crypto rewards simply for playing the game. Now, if you guys want to see what that game is, what I'll do is I'll leave a link in the description below this video. All you have to do is click more when you scroll down and it'll show get started here. It'll take you to a page that looks like this. You simply just register, create a free account. You enter in your username, your email address, your password, and then your gender. And then you just click sign up at the bottom and it's going to take you into the back office of the members area. Now I want to explain really quick the benefit of playing this game to earn crypto rewards, because the coolest part about the game is the ticker of the altcoin is literally called crypto. The market cap of the project is only at about $1 million right now, so it's a micro cap, very, very tiny project that virtually nobody knows about right now. And one of my buddies showed me this game and I'm already earning about 10 crypto per day, which is about 1,000 XRP. But there's no guarantee that you're going to earn 10 crypto per day or 1,000 XRP per day, because your results are obviously going to vary playing the game depending at what level you come in at. So I want to be very clear that results aren't typical, and this is just purely for fun to see what happens for the rest of this bull run as the XRP ledger gains more adoption. So once you've created your free account through the link in the description below, the next thing that you're going to need is an XRP wallet. Now, the best wallet online right now is the Zaman wallet, and it's the largest and most secure XRP custodial cold storage wallet. So it's also a mobile app on your phone where you get your private keys for the wallet. It's comparable to a Ledger or a Trezor cold storage device, but the best for holding XRP. And this is what you're going to need to be able to play the game to earn crypto rewards. So again, below this video, you're going to see a tutorial video right here. It's about 28 minutes long, so you want to set aside 30 minutes, and it breaks down exactly how to set up your wallet, how to be able to fund it with XRP so you can start playing the game, and everything in between. So after you've created your free community account and you have your XRP wallet, the next step is to log in to the back office of your account. And at the top, you're going to see these 4 little icons right here. You simply click this. You go to My DGP, you scroll down and then you click Purchase Combo. In the bottom left, you're going to click this little plus icon so it shows 1 combo pack. Click these little 3 boxes right here and then you purchase with your XRP wallet. And then all you need to do is open up your Zaman wallet on your phone. Click this little icon right here at the bottom, and then you simply scan the code on the screen. It's going to pop up. Right now, it's 5,000 XRP to get your digital game pieces to be able to play the game and earn crypto rewards. And I'm going to show you the game in a little bit and how awesome it is, because the founder of this dumped millions of dollars in development into this game and has been working on it since 2020. So this is hands down the best play to earn game to earn crypto rewards on the XRP ledger. So I spent about 15,000 XRP on my digital game pieces because I want to be able to maximize the game. And so far, just recently, I'm earning 10 crypto per day, which is about 1,000 XRP per day. So you can do the math over the course of a month on what those rewards will look like. And I can swap crypto for XRP whenever I want. So I'm just going to keep stacking my digital game pieces to maximize my crypto rewards, because you also have to take into account that crypto is the in-game currency. So as more people start catching on to the XRP ledger and they start playing the game to earn rewards, then the popularity of the crypto token will increase. So obviously there's no guarantees of any profits here, but you do not want to miss out on this as more people start learning about XRP over the next few years. So all I'm going to do to get my digital game pieces is slide to accept on my XRP wallet, and it says the payment was submitted successfully. Now all I'm going to do is refresh the page. I go to My DGP Assets, that simply stands for digital game pieces, and you're going to see I got 1 Cryptopian, a Cryptoland, a box, a key, a vial, and a crystal. So I'm simply just going to click claim on each of these. I'm going to open my Zaman wallet again. I'm going to click this icon right here to scan the code on the screen, and I'm just going to slide to accept. And as soon as I've claimed my digital game piece, I'm going to click reveal, and it shows me what class this is in. And one of the coolest parts about this game is each of the digital game piece reveals are random, so you could get between a level 1 to a level 10. So I'm going to click claim to reveal the land now, and then I just scan the code and slide to accept on my XRP wallet. And it just shows this little countdown thing right here as it reveals which land I have. So as you can see, that was a level 1 land. You guys might get a different level. On a previous pack, I got a level 9. And depending on the level that you get determines the crypto rewards that you earn daily. Now, after you've revealed your digital game pieces to be able to play the game to start earning crypto rewards, in the top of your back office, you click the icon right here with the 4 squares. Then you simply click the game, and then you click the button on the center of the screen that says enter the game. And then you're going to see several in-game actions here like rent, mine, thieve, govern, rule, enhance, and bank. So depending on which avatar you got will determine whether you mine, you thieve, you govern, or you rule. And then for your land, you can collect rent on your land every single day in crypto, which is awesome. So in this case, I would click on thieve, click continue. So underneath available, I simply select my Cryptopian. I select the duration in days. In this case, it'd be 1. And then I click this little icon right here. It's going to pop up this and it shows me the daily production. In this case is 0.4 crypto tokens. So depending on when you're watching this video, crypto might be at a different price. Right now it's at about $53. So all you need to do is confirm the action and it's going to say it's processed successfully. And then it's underneath active and it has a countdown timer right here in terms of time remaining until it goes back into the available section again. So you can see 23 hours and 59 minutes. Now, once this is done, my crypto balance is going to top up with an extra 0.4. Right now it's at about 44.39. And if I go back to the main page and I click on rent and click continue, you can see that I have an available land that I can collect rent on. So I simply select the land. I select the amount of days that I want it to collect rent, 1 day, 3 days, or 7 days. So this can be as passive or as active as you want, but I'm gonna click this icon right here. It's gonna pop up and it's gonna show me the daily production. And then I just confirm the action. Now you can see underneath active, I have a level 1, level 4, level 8, and a level 9. And then it shows me the time remaining on each of these land pieces that are collecting rent right now in crypto rewards, which is awesome. And so at the bottom of the screen right here, you can see crypto total net. That's about 14.96 crypto tokens. So let's just round that up to 15. And if I were to swap 15 crypto for XRP, it's about 1,554 XRP. Now that's obviously not a guarantee that you're going to earn the same amount of crypto tokens because as you can see, I have more pieces of land here because I decided to purchase more packs because I want to be able to stack up the amount of crypto tokens I earn over time throughout the rest of this entire bull run before we get into the euphoria stage. So I'm just going to continue to stack crypto tokens playing this game for fun because as more attention gets drawn over to the XRP ledger, I can see more and more users playing crypto land for fun every single day to earn crypto rewards. So again, all you need to do right now to get started is go into the link in the description below this video, create your account. Once you have your Zamin XRP wallet and you've loaded it with XRP, following the tutorial below, then in the back office, you click the icon at the top, you click My DGP, and then you purchase your combo pack to be able to reveal your digital game pieces. So you can buy one or you can buy multiple right now because the more combo packs that you get, the more pieces of land that you're going to be able to collect rent on each and every single day. And then if you choose to get the crypto token on the secondary market, that's up to you. Or you can just play the game for fun to be able to earn crypto rewards like I'm doing right now. So once the time expires on each of these active pieces of land, I'm going to collect all of the rent in crypto and it's going to top up my balance right here where you can see 44. So check it out. I know you guys are going to absolutely love it. And again, we're going to have a tutorial as well too on some different strategies, beginner, intermediate, and advanced to be able to maximize this game. That way you can benefit the entire bull run as XRP explodes. So all you need to do right now is click the links below. If you go to bullrunners.com, you're also going to get early alerts on explosive altcoins, daily market analysis videos for breaking news updates like this, and you'll discover our best ways to be able to maximize the crypto land game to earn the most amount of crypto rewards this entire bull run. Because together, we believe that the spending power of the dollar is just going to keep going down in value. That's a fact based on inflation. Blockchain technology, distributed ledger technology, and cryptocurrencies have been going up in value over the past decade. That's the truth, and together, we're all going camping on the beaches of the moon. I'll see you guys on the next video. I will see you on bullrunners.com through the links below. As always, you know what to do. Stay bullish.